everyone, welcome to the channel. My name's Eddie. This is Eddie Goes Tesla, and today we're going to be doing a review on the 2024 Model 3 refresh. So I know you've probably seen a lot of videos, but I thought I would put my own input into it. So yeah, let's just get into it. All right, to start off, as everyone knows, the differences between the legacy Model 3 and the new one is the headlights. It's the most obvious thing. These are really sleek. They look more aggressive. They changed, I feel like, the dynamic of the whole car compared to the old one. It just seems more modern, more stylish in a way, more of a oomph, I feel like, at least for me. It just speaks volumes with the headlights, the different change on it. Since we started with the front headlights, I also want to mention the back headlights. As y'all already know, they switched this. They switched the headlights to look a little bit more aggressive, more mean looking, as well as now when you lift up the trunk, the whole actual headlight moves up with it. I know that in the previous legacy model, it did not do that, and half of it stayed down here while half of it went up, and a lot of people didn't like that. So I feel like that's why they switched it. And as well as you can tell they spell out Tesla instead of just having the Tesla logo. I think that also looks a little bit more sleek. And with my color, I know a lot of people don't like the chrome. They wish it was kind of matte, but I think with my color it pops out more this way, so I enjoy the chrome. All right, so we're gonna talk about the trunk. Currently I just have my boots in. I don't really carry a lot of things in my trunk as for right now, but I am in the National Guard, so when I have my gear and all that stuff, I'll try and make a video and record how much it can fit. But in my opinion, this is a good amount of space for, I feel like, the normal person, or at least for me. I don't really carry that much stuff. And plus you also have the Frunk, which I try and use more because it's just right in the front, and I want to get used to using that first because I've always had a trunk, never had a Frunk. They do have these side spaces. I'm pretty sure either the Legacy didn't have them, or they or it's a little bit bigger. I'm not sure. I'll try and look that up and put it on the screen so that way I can give you guys the right information. But yeah, it's very nice. I also put these mats from M3 that I showed on my delivery video. These are very nice, and because Tesla doesn't give you any mats, they're very durable. They keep everything. I also got an extra one. I thought this was for the Frunk, but I already have the Frunk one on there. Maybe this is just, I don't know if it was an additional Frunk or if I mess it up or something, but now I just use it for my boots, so that way it doesn't get my trunk all that dirty. At least I never had a Legacy Model 3, so I'm not sure, but I don't think I've ever seen this circle thing. I'm pretty sure it's either for towing or for starting up your battery. If you know in the comments, please comment that down below what that is. As well as they also changed this back diffuser. I don't know what it would be called. The rear part of this car also looks very sleek, I believe. And yeah, they also have a speaker down here, so you could hear any stupid noises or whatever you want to play it as well down here. All right, so another thing that I really enjoy about the car are these aero caps. I know a lot of people don't like them, and you can get them and you can just get it with the rim, but that's like an extra $1,500 if I'm not wrong. I'll put it on the screen. But I think these aero caps, these rims, I think they just match the car a lot, and you get more range. So why would you not have them on there? I'm not sure, but at least that's my preference. I don't know about you guys. Another thing about the Tesla Model 3 refresh is that the side profile, you won't be able to really tell whether it's a long range or performance. Besides the performance, it's a little bit easier to tell by the rims and the red brakes. So yeah, I think the side profile kind of looks the same with all variants. So that's the only kind of downside about it. You can't really tell, or you can't really tell the differences by the side view, but I think it still looks nice. All right, now going into the interior, the first thing you can tell if you haven't been in the new refresh is the drastic change that they had. This is no longer wood. I'm not really sure what quality this is or what this is. Some I don't know. I'll have to look it up. I truly don't know what this is. Different aesthetic. Also, as well as the first thing you'll be able to tell the difference by is the ambient lighting, the steering wheel, these the cup holders where the cup holders were, where you can close them, and now it looks more sleek. The wheel's different. The response time, the bezels are a little bit smaller on here. It has a quieter cabin, which is amazing, and you can tell the difference. I had a friend that was out here, and I had my windows up, and he was talking to me as if I could hear him. And honestly, I could not hear a word he was saying, so I had to roll the windows down. Ventilated seats with cooled and heated is super nice. One of my favorite things as well. Something a lot of people don't like is the no stocks. Me personally, I love it. If you guys saw my first ever video, I was thinking about buying the Model Y. But another thing I was also contemplating was buying the Model 3 refresh because of all the new technology that it has. I love the no stocks. I like the feeling of the new steering wheel. I like the interior vibe. I like the cold seats because this sunroof blazes the heat, especially if you have black. So if you didn't have these ventilated cooled seats, those seats would burn your legs. So all this is brand new. It also has it in the back seats besides the middle seat. So you have 4 total seats that I believe are cooled and heated. But if not, I believe the back seats are just heated. I'll double check on that as well. Everything's nice. The lighting in here is nice. Yeah, it's truly great. I enjoy the feeling of it. It's an easy drive. This should be the standard for all cars, I feel like. I don't know, it's just easy, simple, nothing too crazy. You don't have to figure out what all these buttons do. You kind of just mess with the iPad, and over time of driving, I think I put over like 500 miles on this car. Let me check real quick. It has 491 miles. So I picked it up last Friday. I've already almost 500 miles. This is magnetic. It has a whole bunch of space here, more space in here. As you guys can see, I have baby wipes, deodorant, my sunglasses, my keys. I even have my controller in here. Lovely car. Now we can get into the back seats. All right, so now we're in the back seat. I think it's enough room, at least. I guess not the best if you're behind the driver, and if the driver drives like me, I like being a little bit more comfortable when I drive, so I'm a little bit back. But even here, like this is better space, so I'm gonna have to like kind of think. But I think overall this would fit very comfortable with 4 people. 5 people is kind of crowded, and then you already have this thing for your drinks. And then it has grips around the drink holders up here, up there, and back here. This will ensure that your drink does not fly out or anything, because these grips are tough. Your passengers that are in the rear can control their airflow back here, their heating back here as well. Music, they can watch, they can stream either Netflix, YouTube, Twitch, Hulu. They can play video games back here. They can adjust their brightness and stuff like that over here. So this car offers a lot of premium features for the price that it is listed at. All right, guys, so one thing that I enjoy about this car a lot, and I use a lot actually, is the front trunk. The only downside that I think that the front trunk has, it does have motorized, I don't know what they're called. It's not motorized, so it doesn't open by itself. It's a manual open. You'll see it just pops up, and then you gotta manually open it. But there are some accessories that allow you to motorize it, and I actually am planning on buying these within a month or 2. We'll see how it works, and if you guys want, I can make a video on it, or if you guys have any recommendations on which ones to get for the new refresh Model 3, also comment that below, and I'll try and make a how-to video on that. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And if I left something out, just let me know down in the comments below. I'll try and make another video on it and post about it. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and see you guys next time.